Good afternoon. I'm Paul Peterson. I'm the editor of Education Next, and in the current issue, we are running a summary of Patrick Wolf's extremely important work on the D.C. School Voucher Program, the Opportunity Scholarship Program, which was federally funded and gives us probably the best information we have on how school voucher programs operate. So Patrick, who's a professor at the University of Arkansas, is with us here today. Patrick, what makes your study so definitive? I know I said that at the opening, but maybe you could explain what a randomized trial is for our audience.
With a randomized controlled trial or a randomized field trial, basically, in a sense, parents and students are only allowed to select into the applicant pool. Once they are verified as eligible, a lottery determines who gets the actual educational intervention. We call it a treatment in the experimental language. And if the luck of the draw goes against you, you serve in a control group. And with a large enough number of participants, this kind of random assignment creates two groups that are exactly the same. They're comparable in all ways except for the luck of the draw and the opportunity to experience the intervention. So we can be extremely confident that any differences down the road are due to the actual program that's being evaluated. And in this case, we had 2,308 participants. That makes it the largest school voucher experimental evaluation to date in the United States.
Has the Department of Education, do they do a lot of these, or is this one of a very few randomized experiments? Are they evaluating a lot of things with this kind of research strategy?
They are. As a result of the Education Sciences Act of 2002, more and more education interventions and programs are being subject to randomized controlled trials that are sponsored by the Institute for Education Sciences at the U.S. Department of Education. Now, many of these trials are still in the early stages. The evaluation of the D.C. Opportunity Scholarship Program is one of the farthest along, but it's also one of the few that are showing statistically significant achievement impacts so far, at least in the area of reading. And actually that impact, the gain in reading from the D.C. Opportunity Scholarship Program of about 3 months of learning is the largest gain, the largest achievement impact that any of the 11 randomized controlled evaluations of interventions by the U.S. Department of Education have shown thus far.
What's going to happen to this program? There's been so much controversy in Washington. Has your study changed any minds? Is there any chance that the program will continue? Because I heard that it was about to be cut off by Congress.
Well, if our study changed any minds, I'm not sure it's changed enough of them. The program is scheduled to be funded for an additional year only for the students currently participating. So the program administrators will not be allowed to admit any new students into the program. The Obama administration has said that they want to continue to fund existing students until they've graduated. But unless the program is reauthorized by the Congress, and Senator Lieberman has introduced a bill to do that, unless that bill passes, or some facsimile of that bill passes and is signed into law, the program essentially is slated to wither on the vine.
So you're saying that the program that the federal government has studied that shows the biggest impact on reading scores is the very one that Congress is deciding to cut? Is that what you said?
It looks that way. They might cut some of the worst, some of the poorly performing ones, but they're definitely planning to cut this program that's showing clear benefits to low-income DC students by improving their reading.
Well, thank you, Patrick. It's great seeing you and talking with you again. All the best of you down there at the University of Arkansas.
Thank you, Paul.